Boom, hey internets. Good question from a subscriber. I've answered this before. I wanted to do an update on it, but do you have to follow trends in fashion? My answer is no. So see you on the next one. Just kidding. Let me tell you why. Of course, let me unwrap that. There's a lot of answers to that. I actually don't know if I answered yes, and that was a point of argumentation the last time I posted the video. So there was actually a lot of comments. Follow me on this so you can understand. My innate answer, I actually paused. That wasn't dramatic. I actually paused because I think the answer is yes. But a lot of things has changed. The internet has changed the industry, the way we sell, the way you guys buy and consume is different. So it does change the way I answer this. So why no? There's a lot of brands that are doing very well, prospering, doing millions of dollars, who have not begun their brands in the traditional way that I have known, and maybe you followed me through the years to see those. I have videos back here where I was doing spring lookbook shoots when I was working in-house as a director for a brand, if you dig in the crates a little bit. And so very traditional. But I mean, there's online services now where you could develop product, send it to a studio in some other city or state where all they do is do photo shoots. They grab your product, they do product shots, and they send the images back to you. You can even direct a photo shoot with a photographer now where they have a live cam and then they show you the result, and you can say, that light is too hot, or I don't like the way this looks, or can you give me another angle on that? So again, internet has changed everything. And because I did the video on solopreneurship, right? That video looks like this, you should watch it. It's really disrupted the way a brand kind of creates its product and finds a community to support it. So you don't need to follow trends. If you have a strong inclination of like, whatever, I think this is hot, this is a great idea, theme, vibe for a brand. If you watch my videos on case study, there's many examples of it, and you know examples of brands, and they have no idea of all of the seasons and what buys look like, and they don't even know what brand boom is because they sell direct to customer. So that person does not need to know trends. They just need to know what they want to put out, and part of that is being like, you know, in a way is like being a top tier designer, right? You did not need to ask Virgil Abloh about what he thought about other brands when a lot of the interview is what he was doing with Off-White, or as a creative director, what he was doing with all the premium brands that would love to work with him, right? But he did have a lot to say about trending and other things that were in trend, other brands, other garments. He had a wealth of knowledge in that way, but he didn't need to. He could just have a strong instinct for Off-White, launch that, and do extremely well. Now, not everyone is gonna be Virgil Abloh, and I'm an example of that, right? I'm a very calculated, data-driven creative director when I'm inside of a company. So, having said all that, if you have a strong premonition, as long as you find a customer and you can sell the stuff you make, you don't need to follow trends. So now let me tell you why the answer is yes for me. Hold up, before I go into that answer, let me tell you why Bella Canvas is my go-to for blanks. Most of you guys, which are startup brands or maybe even established brands, know that it's one of the top requested blank company for apparel. And they also offer the most colors of any blank company, with over 300 colors spread across all of their styles. Also, the t-shirts have a side seam. If you start using or have used Bella Canvas, then you know that the fit is a lot better than other brands, and that's because of that side seam versus a tubular fit. And we're not just talking t-shirts. They also offer the FWD, the forward fashion line. Typically, it could take over 3 years for a trend to hit wholesale blanks. Bella Canvas has an entire collection devoted to what is happening right now. If you haven't seen it, you need to take a look. If you want to take your brand to the next level, but you want a veteran in the game, try using Bella Canvas and you will not regret it. Now, on to why I say yes for trending. If I get consulted with a multi-million-dollar brand, I need to have concrete ideas of why I think the next theme or the next collection that I'm pitching to them is going to be worth putting production behind and mass production and giving it to their audience, right? So if anyone that's in a director level or a VP or a founder is asking, what's your thoughts on this? I can intelligently reference what I feel is going on in the market at the moment, with case studies and say, hey, so this brand is doing this, or this is what we're seeing in terms of trending, whether it's fits, like, oh, you know, denim is getting very baggy, is a bleach wash, we're doing flared pants, and this is something like in the 90s. So I'm giving you real case studies while I'm shooting this video as it's post dating, because this might change obviously in the future, but fashion goes in cycles. But knowing what those cycles are and speaking intelligently about it is important for me, right? A clothing brand mentor wise, if someone is going to spend money to consult with me. So in terms of logistically saying, speaking to like a director of sales, right? He's not gonna go off feelings necessarily and vibes. I need to speak intelligently to him about what I see is in the market, and then describe why what I am proposing is something that can fill a void in the market. We're still problem solving, right? It's not all creative, it's creative mixed with data and logic. So that's the way I approach trending. If you think about it, a lot of these videos are because I'm keeping an eye open in terms of what's trending, not only with style, fabrications, looks, and that sort of thing, but how they're selling it, their manner of which they're selling it, and their strategy. So to me, if you can look at it not creatively, I'm looking at trending as well in terms of how people are doing it business-wise in terms of an execution. So that's why I say trending, yes, is very important for a company. If you're gonna launch a brand on your own and you just have a statement to make on your brand, you don't need trending. Good question though. What are your thoughts on it? Drop it all down below if you have them. More questions specifically for your brand, drop it here, or you can reach me at this number at any time. I get it on my iPhone. Please drop a like. Please drop a like. I always drop gems for you guys. It helps me on the algorithm. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.